Crossing the Line is not a show intended to bully or harass anyone. Do not go out of your way to mess with the authors who write these fanfics. They make what we do possible. Thanks. Enjoy.
Steven, your brain recently fired off a lot of powerful synapses when you saw Wuya from Xiaolin Showdown promote her ass cheeks as free. What are your thoughts?
I like it. I'm for it. I'm shocked I had never seen that, ever before. Fucking just her straight up pulling out a large target, placing it in front of her ass with a fucking sign pointing at her saying free shot. They knew what they were doing. There's no way in hell they didn't.
The mental image is burned into your mind.
It's true. I will never forget that. There's fan service, and then there's no way in hell you didn't know. This is like Lola Bunny level shit. Come on.
She is a top 10 MILF.
Hell yeah, good.
I don't know if she's technically a mother.
She's
kind of like Jack's mommy.
I guess it depends on your definition of MILF. A lot of people nowadays just kind of see it as an energy or a mood.
MILF energy.
Yeah.
Milk energy. Welcome to Crossing the Line, a fan fiction podcast where we read, review, and critique fan fiction for your listening pleasure. I'm George G. Poole. As always, I've got my two co-hosts, Elias Viva Vlogs.
Hello.
And Stephen Blue Reed.
Hey, how you doing?
And today we're doing our Xiaolin Showdown episode, a cartoon that for the most part holds up okay despite its many, many racial insensities, as well as its sequel cartoon Xiaolin Chronicles, which is very poorly produced and very boring, not interesting. But the first show's okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there were only two. I feel like if it had a platform to launch into a sequel series, it had a platform for other content. There were video games. Video game?
Were there?
At least one.
Huh.
Was that on PS2?
That would make sense, but it could also be on Game Boy Advance or something.
Please let that be a PS2 game. I want a 3D model of Clay to run around with. You're gonna boot up the VR chat as Clay.
It is on PS2.
Yes!
Hell yeah.
Yes!
Let's go.
It's like a arena fighter, it looks like.
Let's do a 6-hour Let's Play of it.
It's also on DS.
Nice.
So there are at least two.
But how do the models look?
Pretty much, they look fine. They're cel-shaded or just very simple, but that works for the show just fine, I would say.
I got you.
That's good.
And do they look better than the models in Xiaolin Chronicles?
Yeah. The 3D models for sure.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that Xiaolin Chronicles is a sequel show that came out in 2013 that had that turned all the Shen Gong Wu Xiaolin Showdowns into this gross, bad-looking 3D segments. It looks bad. There's no beating around the bush for 2013, especially. It's very bad looking.
The game was on PS2, PSP, Xbox, and DS. What a spread.
Indeed.
I'm sure the DS version was probably different. But yeah, the models look alright.
Well, there's also a Tiger Electronics game.
Nice.
What? I didn't think fucking those were even still going. Holy crap.
It's probably not by Tiger, but it's a handheld, simple button fight. I don't know how to describe those games, but yeah.
I guess to be fair, it was on WB, which, God, that was around for the late 90s to very early 2000s.
Wow, the game came out in 2006. That's pretty late. It was produced by Konami.
Yes.
What the fuck?
My lord.
Konami.
You can play as Omi, Kimiko, Raimundo, Clay, Chase Young, and Jack Spicer. Intense fighting action for up to 4 players. 18 adventure-filled levels with 12 frenetic showdown arenas.
Whoa, it's 4 player. That means we can all play.
Yeah, all 4 of us.
I'll make sure to legally procure that after the show to play.
I'll make sure that we legally procure a 4th human being to join the show.
I'm sure Dakota will want to play.
No. He would take one look at Omi and say it's insensitive.
He'd scroll over to the character select and say, I can play as a character named Ping Pong.
No, you can't. You can't. Ping pong doesn't exist here.
That's the 2014 show.
Does anyone have any memories of Xiaolin Showdown?
I used to watch it with my dad. He used to love Clay.
Of course he does.
So there was a period when I was in elementary school where like every day after school, me and my dad would just like relax on like the couch with the lights off and just watch like Cartoon Network. It was super chill. So we'd catch Xiaolin Showdown, Robot Boy, and a couple others. And with Xiaolin Showdown was like always a constant because that was like always the lead up to Ben 10 and stuff like that. And I remember my dad has always loved Clay's southernisms and shit like that.
They are one and the same.
I hope he cosplays him at the next convention.
Man, Robot Boy looks so good, but the show is shit. It is really poorly written.
It's one of those things where, like, when you go into it as a kid, it's fine because, like, as a kid, you don't really care so much about writing as much as you do about, like, the lesser aspects of it. But as an adult, when we have like kind of a cornucopia of stuff that does things better all around, I don't know, yeah, I see what you mean.
Robot Boy looks so cool though.
Yeah, exactly. The designs are great. Like everything's super round and geometrical. Everything has a good silhouette, and I like the whole Monster of a Week transformation sort of deal.
Much like Teen Titans, I mainly remember the good plot-centric episodes and liked those a lot. But most of the non-plot-centric episodes that were just like whatever just kind of fell out of my brain. So I remember it for the good. I like the character designs. It's fun that you just get to have wacky powers with all the talismans and stuff and see them match up. It's pretty cool. Good concept. I also like the episode with Monk Guan and his like magic weapon. He's like the character that looks like Oni but not a tiny yellow man. He's just like an actual monk who's an adult.
Nice.
And it's like you get to see the character that Oni looks up to. Or Oni.
Oni and G.
Yeah.
Omi and G, oh my fucking god. You know what? He would fit the bill for an Oni character too. Just give him a pot belly.
Yeah, Monk Guan was like the idol.
Yeah. The guy.
The guy. I remember I had a very specific dream about Cat Nappe scratching Oni's face, but he liked it for some reason. And then I woke up and I was confused as to why he liked it. And then I probably hit puberty or something after that.
I feel that.
What does Cat Nappe look? Or how do you spell that?
CAT.
Cat napping.
NAPPAE. Cat Nappe.
Woof.
Oh yeah, it is just KATNAPPE.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yosh.
Yeah, she is hot. Xiaolin Showdown has some sexy females.
It's true, it's true.
Who's the sexiest?
Cat Nappe.
Steven didn't even get to see her.
Sorry. I'll look her up again.
Go on YouTube and look up Cat Nappe looking attractive. Oh yeah, I remember her. She's cute.
She had the claws that could cut through fucking dimensions.
She's a Catwoman character.
She does. Her design does remind me a lot of Catwoman's design from the Batman. Not just the Batman as in like the animated show called The Batman, not just the Batman in general.
And not the new movie called The Batman.
Yeah, true. Shit.
Kimiko having a new outfit for every episode is pretty cool too.
True.
Yeah, the animators popped off. They kept every single time they give her something new. And they're always really complex drawings.
Like in the episode My Homie Omi, where they go to New York and she gets dreadlocks.
You just had to say My Homie Omi.
I do like that one. Yeah, so for our listeners, we always like to watch an episode or so of whatever we're doing a topic on because we like to refresh our memories of how it is and all that mess. And the episode of Xiaolin Showdown, the original series that we chose by accident, mind you, was called My Homie Omi.
Yeah, we were looking at a website, and the one we were gonna click had Clay in the title because we all think Clay's a good old boy, but you misclicked, and then we just read Elias was just looking at the screen and said, "My Homie Omi."
I'm a sucker for rhymes, so I was like, it's perfect.
And it was exactly what you'd expect it to be. They go to New York, Omi plays basketball.
They think he's a basketball and dunk his big head through the hoop.
He gets drip.
He gets saggy pants and a big beanie.
Elias, just the fact that you described that, and I was about to call you out for that not being true, and then I had to think, I was like, oh yeah, it did happen. He did get dunked through the hoop like a basketball. It's one of those things where, like, you don't expect them to take the easy route. You don't expect them, but then it actually happens.
I like when he was having a long-winded conversation with the boy that he met. I forget his name.
Jerome?
Something like that.
Something.
When this lady just walked up to him and stood there and waited for him to finish talking for like 30 seconds. And says, "Hey, little man, you can't be out here in your pajamas." So then they give him the drip. He gets the saggy pants, the beanie and everything, the big shoes.
The big coat, yeah.
He was epic.
It's so when we started the episode, we were making these jokes about how it was gonna go, right? Because of course we don't think they're gonna take the easy route, because we're used to shows nowadays like kind of skirting around that kind of thing. But then, like, there's a scene where Omi gets lost, and the scene transitions to, like, lower downtown New York City in the slums, and you hear a fucking rat beat in the background. It's like something you'd see in Futurama or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Okay. I'm ready to get started, but I can't decide which one I want to read because I picked two. So I'm just going to flip a coin. If it's heads, I'm going to do the top one. If it's tails, I'm going to do the bottom one.
Do a Xiaolin Showdown for it.
The mantis flip coin.
Woo.
So be it. The coin is decided.
You wager 2 fanfictions.
But we all lose in the end. Okay. Grandmaster Dashi battled the Heilun for years. To help him in his quest, he created the Shen Gong Wu. These mystical artifacts granted weird abilities to anyone who dared use them. It didn't matter if it was only a cauldron that created monsters. Only the wearer determined how to use the talisman he had. He could fight in a showdown and a struggle for possession for another artifact. Only the bearers of the Wu could call for a Xiaolin Showdown. Professor Utonium looked up from his work. He listened. What?
Go ahead.
That sounded like a buzzsaw working upstairs. Were the girls playing with something dangerous again? He should go up and make sure they weren't putting holes in the house again.
You said Professor Utonium, right?
Yeah.
There were a lot of Powerpuff Girl crossovers.
Yeah, I saw. It was like by
why?
far both the protagonists around.
I guess maybe they were both just popular at the right time. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Powerpuff pretty well preceded Xiaolin Showdown.
You'd think. What about the movie? When did the movie come out?
Like 2003? 2002?
I'm going to look up the dates for both because now I'm curious.
Thank you.
Yippers.
Their ability to carve things with their eyes had been an unexpected surprise. On the other hand, their room had needed windows. No one wants to look at a wall until they fall asleep. True.
Okay.
The professor used his
Fair
big
enough.
professor brain to deduce that. He's like, well, I don't want to look at a
hypothesis.
wall. How about giving your kids sunlight, Professor? The professor put his experiment away in storage to try to keep it safe. He thought he heard voices now. Maybe the girls were home from school sooner than he expected. Didn't you not already hypothesize that they were up there causing a ruckus? And now you're saying maybe their voices. Are the girls home?
So
What the fuck?
Yeah, it makes sense they'd be around the same time. Xiaolin Showdown was like 2003 to 2008, and
Really?
Powerpuff Girls were until 2005.
That's
Oh.
fair.
Yeah.
Oh, this is when they had like the clean line art in the future seasons.
Mm.
He walked up the steps leading to the rest of the house. His lab was in a basement area under the main floor of the house. A third floor held his bedroom and the girls' room. You almost spilled your hard Baja Blast. The main floor was open with spaces marked for a dining area and kitchen. A strange group paused when they saw him climb out of the stairwell to his lab. They focused all their attention on him. He put his hands in his pockets and frowned. "What's going on here?" asked the professor. "You've wrecked some expensive furnishings, young man." "That's too bad," said the young leader of the group. He wore a black lab coat and pants. A pair of goggles decorated his forehead. His red hair stuck up like a rooster comb. "We're looking for the cauldron of creation. We know you have it, so hand it over."
Professor's brewing in the Shaolin artifact.
Spinning his big stick, his big spoon
Oh no, I poured too much sugar in the cauldron.
of creation. The professor looked at the boy. Then he looked at the 8 floating tin cans behind the boy. One of the robots had a saw rotating at the end of an arm instead of a hand. That one had cut his couch apart from the looks of things.
No.
His couch. A floating clown face with a cloud of gas trailing behind it hovered close to the boy's shoulders.
Fui is the floating clown face.
Yuck.
Kids are so funny.
Yeah, they're hilarious. Hold on. "I don't know what you're talking about," said the professor. He longed for his pipe.
Fuck.
Wait, it gets better. "This was a situation that required some smoking." He's got immediately stressed out.
Oh.
He needs nicotine so badly. This brat just cut his couch in half. He longed for his pipe. He just came out of nowhere.
This child comes into his house and asks for this cauldron of creation. This big robot army.
And he gets so stressed.
Oh. Where's my pipe?
You don't know that you have an artifact. You don't know that you have an artifact in your custody that can be used to create things from the right ingredients, said the bag of wind. I have my brain, said the professor. I don't need an artifact to create things. I think you should leave some money to make repairs and then leave. I have work to do. I'm Jack Spicer, evil boy genius, said the red-headed intruder. We're going to search this house until we find what we're looking for, and you won't get in our way. I don't think my girls will like that, said the professor.
Oh, no.
Professor's going NPC mode to try to confuse them.
He's trying to leave breadcrumbs of a threat. And I know I don't. I think you should all leave before there's trouble. Who cares about your girls? Asked Jack. I could beat up some girls. I'm an evil boy genius. The professor frowned at those words.
Oh, no.
He wished he had his pipe.
I forgot the Utonium smoked. Holy shit.
A little pipe smoke always made him more relaxed, so he could think about his problems more rationally.
True.
He really needs it. While a peaceable man by nature, this Jack Spicer was offending his love of science, his home, and his good temper and protectiveness of his girls. One of those three was bad enough, but all three of them at the same time was starting to make his blood boil. It was time to teach this Jack Spicer a lesson about how he should respect other people and their property. His girls had excellent hearing. He should ask them to come home from school for a little bit and fix this problem. Don't make them fight your battles, Professor.
Come on, man.
He didn't want to do that, but Spicer had 5 or 6 evil flying robots. He didn't have access to his lab and the equipment he needed to take robots apart, and with the enemy almost at the threshold to his work area. "Girls, I need you," said the professor. "I need you to come home right now." "There's nobody else in the house," said the clown face. "Who are you talking to?" 3 bright streaks of light turned into the 3 little girls in pastel dresses. They stood between the professor and Spicer's gang. "Girls, this is Jack Spicer, evil boy genius, and his associates."
Using his
said the
own
professor.
title against him.
"Bad guys, these are my girls, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup." Blossom was a redhead wearing pink. Bubbles was a blonde that wore blue. Buttercup was a brunette that wore green. They all glared at Spicer. "Your girls are the Powerpuffs?" said Spicer. He looked scared out of his mind. "That's right, bozo," said Buttercup. "It looks like you're just in time to be turned into a punching bag." "We gotta get out of here," said Jack. "Jackbots, attack!"
Fucking life. Mortal fear in his damn voice.
The bronze tin cans unfolded guns from their torsos. They opened fire on the girls and the professors. He was ready for anything.
Jack was strapped.
The professor can't dodge that. He's just a guy.
He can wish for his pipe, though.
Yeah. God, he's gonna need his pipe if he gets shot.
His last thoughts on this earth.
It's like that
marijuana.
That fucking scene of a scary movie where Shorty gets shot in the lung and smoke starts coming out of his chest. And he's trying to smoke it back up. "I got shot in the lung."
Fucking beautiful.
The girls ran interference so the professor could run for cover. He wasn't as bulletproof as they were. "All right, girls," said Blossom. "Let's take those robots apart." The girls turned into bright streaks of their signature colors. The Jackbots exploded on impact as the Powerpuff rammed them out of existence.
The Jackbots are so weak.
Yeah, they're grunt soldiers. "You two are next," said Buttercup. "I'm not scared of you," said Jack. He pulled on a gauntlet of metal. "Let's see what you got."
He pulled out a gun of metal.
"You're not scared of these Supergirls?" asked the ghost.
No.
"Fist of Tebigong!" shouted Jack. He brought his fist down against the floor. He punched through the floor and fell into the professor's lab.
He cracked the foundation of Professor's house.
He will destroy this house if it's the last thing he does. "Jack," said the cloud. "What is he doing now?" The girls streaked through the hole. They paused when they saw Jack had the professor by the neck.
Oh no!
He held up his fist. One blow would take out the professor for good.
He's got him with the Thanos gauntlet.
"You should have gotten head." "All I want is the cauldron of creation," said Jack. "I'll pulp his head to get what I want. What I'm
Holy
talking
shit.
about.
Oh my
I'll
lord.
pulp his head.
Oh my god.
Turn him into mush."
That word hit my head, and it hit me twice. The second time got deep.
Came back around and you realized how violent that is. "Let me explain something to you, evil boy genius," said Blossom. She floated in the air into the hole in the ceiling. "There are 3 reasons why you don't want to do that." "Really?" said Spicer. "Enlighten me, small fry." "The first reason is the most obvious," said Blossom. She held up her hands to counter 3 reasons off. She doesn't have fingers. "If you hurt the professor, he won't be able to tell you where to find what you're looking to steal. The second is he's your only bargaining chip. If you hurt him, you won't have any way to get out of this lab alive. The third is you won't get out of this lab alive." Holy
Okay.
fuck.
Oh no.
Jack's eyes shifted as he tried to decide what would save his life at the moment. They're going to kill him.
They've made it clear. Intent.
Everyone knew what happened if you messed with the Powerpuffs. How had he gotten into this mess? He decided that overconfidence had been a key factor in his decision-making process. He needed to get out of this basement without losing anything important like a body part. He pulled the professor to a table supporting racks of chemicals. He scanned the labels. He's like threatening him with like a gun, but he's holding a giant Hulk fist, ready to
Dragging him
pulp
around.
his head. Like he's got a fucking bullet loaded in the chamber.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I lost my... There we go. He scanned the labels as he thought about what he could do to get out of the situation without having to fight the Powerpuff Girls. He decided that maybe an explosion would be in his best interest at the moment. "You're right," said Spicer. "I could never get away from you girls." "What are you doing, Jack?" demanded the clown face. "We can't give up like this."
Jack, I don't think setting off a dirty bomb in the basement's gonna help you. You're gonna kill yourself.
He's backed into a corner. "We don't have a chance against the Powerpuff Girls, Wooya," said Jack. "Powerpuff Girls," said Butter... Oh, he called them Powderpuff Girls. "Powerpuff Girls," said Buttercup, arms folded across her chest. "What she said." "So, why don't you let go of the professor and we'll put you in jail," said Bubbles. "Wouldn't that be great?" "I have an even better idea than that," said Jack. He raked the chemistry set up to the floor. The tubes and beakers smashed into the floor, mixing
my
the contents
God.
together into a cloud of smoke. "Here's your precious professor," said Jack. He threw the scientist through the cloud and cleared an area of the room. "Fist of Tebigong!" A burst of fire and light erupted from the mixed chemicals. The cloud started eating everything around it, burning it to ash as it expanded.
The professor's house.
Oh.
It's on fire.
"We have to keep that cloud from wrecking the house," choked out the professor. "We have to get you to the hospital," said Bubbles. "The house doesn't matter if you die." "Here," said Blossom. She wrote down a list of the chemicals that had been not on the table when they had been knocked over.
Not on the
"Take
table.
this and give it to the emergency room people. Take it, Bubbles, Buttercup, and I will handle the rest of this."
Real ass poison control measures.
Right.
He's like, "Excuse me, this man was poisoned by all of this combined." "Right," said Bubbles. She snatched the paper. A streak of light followed her in the professor's disappearance. "All right, Buttercup," said Blossom. "Get as much dirt as you can. We won't be able to put this out with water." "Right," said Buttercup. She vanished in a streak of green.
Important chemical fire learning.
Yeah, the water will only make it worse. Blossom looked around for the fire extinguisher the professor stored in his lab. It was one of his preparations for when something blew up. She found it after a second of searching. She popped the top and sprayed the flames down with the foam. She smiled at the way the fire seemed to dampen down and the smoke cleared slightly.
This is like a weirdly methodical way to handle this situation.
They're smart.
What's going on with Jack?
He's tiptoeing away.
Okay.
Doink, doink. Buttercup arrived with a pile of dirt and sand. She dropped the pile on the remains of fire. It went out instantly. "Good job, Buttercup," said Blossom. "I think this is what they were looking for." She held up a cauldron with several markings around the base. "I want you to hide this on the moon while I talk to Jack Spicer and his friend," said Blossom.
On the moon.
"Then meet me at the hospital. We'll clean the rest of this up later." "You get all the fun stuff," said Buttercup. She grabbed the pot and headed up into the sky. Blossom smiled slightly. She flew through the hole and caught Jack Spicer as he flew away in his flying car. He's like his fucking Robotnik mobile.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
A streak of pink took the car apart in a few seconds. She grabbed Spicer before he fell far. His ghost ally floated nearby. "This is my sole warning to the two of you," said Blossom. If either of you bother the professor again, I will take you apart with my bare hands and keep those parts in your fancy gloves. She shook Spicer so fast he looked like he'd grown 2 extra heads. You understand? She asked when she was through using Spicer for a shake weight. Yes, ma'am, said Spicer. Yes, said Wuya. Good, said Blossom. There. She dropped Spicer off at the jail. He was underage, but maybe something would happen while he was waiting to be bailed out by his parents. The end.
Fucking beautiful.
Fucking underage criminal cliffhanger.
I rate that. The professor and the fuck. What's the master's name?
Denshi.
I rate that the professor and Master Denshi both grabbing a pipe and having a Xiaolin Showdown.
I rate that like a 30-page long or a 30-item grocery list of poorly described chemicals for the ER.
The green blue tube. One. Green vial. Blue.
This one smells like rotten eggs. I don't remember what color it is.
I don't remember what color it is. Holy fuck.
Wonderful.
I rate that story Jack Spicer playing Russian roulette with the fist of Tabby Gong.
Holds it to his head like Doomfist from Overwatch. Is like poof, poof.
Exactly. He was gonna pulp the professor's head. Literally turn it to mush.
Why? Fucking...
Grated mush.
Just goddamn
fruit rinds.
Guts.
Dang, I didn't get to read my Goofy Movie Godzilla crossover last time.
That's too bad. That's too bad that happened.
I'm sure we'll have more kaiju stuff eventually.
Alright, I'll try to read
yeah.
This one. I don't know if like the crossover happens right away. Hopefully it happens at all.
Mm-hmm. It's these leaps of faith that we have to take sometimes. Like last time when the Undertaker never showed up to fight Godzilla.
He was there, he just didn't show up.
He was in the universe.
It was like the 2014 movie. The focus was on everything but him.
True.
Oh no, this author's note's scary.
Oh yeah?
The story begins. This is my second story on. I hope you like it. By the way.
Oh no, fuck. The one I was gonna do.
Fuck. I'm out of the loop.
By the way, this might be a little offensive to Chinese and American, but what the Chinese people do are real.
What?
I've read ahead and
what?
He's gonna have to correct himself for his sake.
What the Chinese people do are real? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
Maybe he says some things about Chinese people he doesn't approve of. I don't know.
It's real though.
Trust me, I know it sounds fake, but
I know it's offensive,
they really
but...
called him ping pong.
Look, he's French, alright? He's not actually Asian.
One of the new characters in the sequel series, Shaolin Chronicles, one of the main characters, he like says his name in French, and Omi, the main guy, is just like, oh, I'll just call you Ping Pong. Even though he's like...
I like how you ping pong back and forth on the bathroom. Ping pong.
He wanted to call him Pee-Pee, but that wasn't manly enough, so he called him Ping Pong.
Mm.
He also looks just like Omi, but a tiny bit smaller. It's really a bad decision on all the parts.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
No fucking clue, these people.
Omi is such a fucking dick. I hate him.
That-
We watched the first episode of Shaolin Chronicles and the last episode of Shaolin Chronicles, and the last one, Omi's literally fighting Kimiko because he's jealous that she's becoming like a dragon warrior and he's not. But then they patch up their argument over nothing just so they can fight the bad guy. But it's like it never even happened. But this was like off a cliffhanger from the episode prior, and I hate it. It's so stupid. Omi is a horrible protagonist. He's always doubting everyone. He thinks they're wrong. He thinks they're dumb. He thinks he's smarter than everyone. He's short.
In the first show, he was fine because, like, his confidence wasn't nearly as overplayed, and it came more from the fact that literally everyone but him was inexperienced in Shen Gong Wu, so, like, he had the right to have that confidence.
Yeah, and it's like generally he doesn't go too far with it. He gets
Yeah.
corrected pretty swiftly.
Right, he's trying to be their master to a degree, so, like, he's still supportive, he's not a dick, but in the fucking other series, my god.
Yeah, they really lost the memo on that one. And then,
Been flanderized.
Exactly.
Raymundo fucking betrayed everyone so he could get pussy.
I don't fucking blame him, man. He saw that target and he fucking pelvic thrust
She
it.
said, I can give you anything. And she sat on top of a car, she materialized and spread her legs. And he said, wow, wow.
It's true. She zoomed in the camera onto one of her feet. That was pretty cool.
She
Okay.
zoomed in the camera onto one of her ass cheeks, then spread. And Steven went,
That is absolutely true. I made every one of those noises.
He turned into a Looney Tune.
I did them all at once, so I created a reverb. I
It was
harmonized
scary.
with myself.
It was scary.
I remember Elias gave me a look and he wasn't sure what happened.
You literally, like, blew your stack and went, whoa, 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 whoa.
I just
You
couldn't
fumbled
believe
with the
my
controller
eyes.
for so long trying to find that frame again of her putting free shot on her ass.
I was fucking dumbfounded. I was like, there's no fucking
You're
way.
like twitching, itching like a fucking crack fiend.
It's true.
High off of your ass ejection.
My
Like a
eye-
Jenko
I have
man.
not even started the story yet.
Yeah.
Okay, in parentheses. Omi, Kimiko, Raymundo, and Claire at a Chinese city with Master Fong.
I thought you were going to say Chinese restaurant.
That'd be good.
With Master Fong.
Master Fong. Shaolin apprentices. Today your exercise is to climb this skyscraper with no Shen Gong Wu.
I like how quickly his voice changed.
Remember to focus on climbing and not anything else. The one who wins is free from chores for 1 week.
You slipped into Inspector Gadget.
No, he's an old man.
You will go to this skyscraper with no Shen Gong Wu.
You will climb and think of nothing but climbing.
You will commit a crime.
And
Omi.
think of nothing but criming.
Oh, this will be a piece of pie.
We don't want to do the offensive voice.
Oh, this would be a piece of pie. It's a Mario voice. I can't do this. Oh, Omi
He's
voice.
Italian.
Oh, this would be a piece of pie. I can't do it. I don't know.
Oh, this would be a piece of pie.
Okay.
Fuck, you can't leave me in the dark like that. You can't leave me down here.
George dug himself into this pit. You're not gonna fucking lend him a hand, man.
I'll
Come
try. I'll try on my next one. I'll just think Jackie Chan.
on. Just pronounce all your R's like
I'll think...
This is a bad episode.
Yeah, just think Jackie Chan.
I feel like Jackie Chan Adventures.
Without any context, that is the funniest fucking thing. Oh, let me just... I'll just think Jackie Chan.
Please, I haven't even started the story yet.
Oh, Latino. I'll just think George Lopez.
This is a bad episode.
Raymundo. Cake, and this is too easy. Master.
That was pretty good.
Ready and... I have to call him Master now instead of Fong. Ready and go. Omi jumps up high and started doing his flips and kung fu. Kimiko and Raimundo was closely behind. Clay was the last.
Oh, Clay. His body's not built for climbing.
Oh.
Kimiko. Juliet flip! Fire! Kimiko's fire hit Raimundo and Raimundo falls, but he managed to cling on. Clay had gotten ahead of him. Kimiko. Ha! Raimundo.
Kimiko, you could have fucking killed him!
She came out the gate ready for dirty tactics.
Right?
She just said, ha ha.
Raimundo. Ugh! Typhoon boom! Wind! Raimundo's wind hits Kimiko and Kimiko falls and clings on also. They barely started climbing. They're already clinging on for dear life.
They're 2 feet off the ground. If you touch the ground without making it to the top, Master Feng kills you.
Oh no! Gotta cling on.
But also, if you don't make it to the top first, you have to do chores.
Oh yeah. Omi has gotten way ahead of them. Clay is right behind Omi. Raimundo is way behind Clay. And Kimiko is right behind Raimundo. Clay. I can't let you win. It reset my frick, hold on.
Clay Southern accent, reset your brain.
I can't let you win, Omi. Seismic kick, Earth. Gonna kick the building.
He's gonna kick Omi in the fucking head.
The whole building started collapsing and everyone in the building started screaming.
Oh my god, Clay.
Someone came out of the building and started talking to Master Feng.
What are they saying? Like, hey, those your boys up there?
Can you tell them to get down?
What the hell are you doing?
They're causing a ruckus. We're trying to do business. He's kicking at our building.
Person. Ah, typhoon has never come to Beijing. How come strong wind? Also, fire and earthquake.
Oh, those are the Chinese things we were talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, they're real.
That's just how they talk. That's what
They're
the author
real.
said.
It's true.
Master Feng. I'm sorry about the incident, but no need to worry, young one. We will have Shen Gong Wu fix it. Person.
You can't just cause problems and think you'll fix them later.
What are you, crazy ancient time person? What is Shen Gong Wu? Clay. Sorry, partner. Person. What? Sorry does not do anything, and I am not your partner, American. The person walked away angrily. Dojo shakily walked to the Xiaolin apprentices and Master Feng.
Wait, did they just stop?
I don't know.
Oh wait, he did destroy the building, I guess.
Oh yeah, it collapsed.
So nobody wins.
He made it to the top. He brought the top down.
It's like that episode where Omi runs through the whole training course, and that's like a circle, and he's like, Clay beat my high score, so Clay just walks backwards and grabs the flag.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, new high score, let's go, Clay. Omi's like, that's bullshit! And that's the mime episode, where he fights a mime. He chokeholds a mime.
Dojo's the dragon, right?
Yeah.
Dojo says, I'm cold. Looks like another Shen Gong Wu is going to reveal itself soon. Omi. Let's go to the food street. I'm getting most hungry. They walked to the food street uneasily. They were uneasy because people were staring at them like they were weird.
Okay.
Omi. Finally, food street! They saw a place where they sold some kind of bug. Kimiko. That's gross. Raimundo. I'm thinking I'll go somewhere else. Clay saw those hot dogs he used to eat back in Texas.
Hell yeah.
Clay goes up to the stand.
Clay saw Buc-ee's and he's like, alright, good old Texas dog.
Wait, where are they right now?
The street in China.
Okay. He's the hot dog vendor in China.
Yeah.
I've read ahead in that story. You're not gonna like where this goes.
Clay. Can I have one hot dog? The hot dog seller lady saw Clay, turned, and started talking to the hot dog seller guy. Lady hot dog seller. Oh, good chance to do better business. Fat American. In quotes in Chinese.
Okay.
Guy hot dog seller. Yes, a stupid American. Lady hot dog seller.
He is
White person. Increased price.
He is wearing his large cowboy hat.
As he always does.
Increased price.
This is just something Chinese people do, huh?
Author's note. Okay, I have to pause the story here. This is
It's like, listen, I know what you're thinking. This is based in reality, I
I
promise.
stand by my statement.
They did it in cartoons.
This is what most other Chinese people think. Not what I think. Back to the story.
Then why'd you write it, buddy boy? It's your fiction. You can make it whatever you want it to be. You don't have to extort Clay for your own Chinese joke.
Lady hot dog seller. 5 won, 5 mao. Won equals Chinese dollar, mao equals Chinese dime. American way to say what she said, $5.50. There is a price tag about a meter squared hanging there. Clay. Yeah, but this huge price tag thing hanging here says 1 yuan.
You gotta get up pretty early to pull a fast one on Clay.
Ah, you are smart American. What's that, partner? Nothing. I don't think I'm hungry anymore. Bye.
Let's go, Clay.
Clay's not giving them shit. They tried to pull a fast one on him.
Clay walks away from the stand. I wonder why those Chinese people are treating us weird, Clay thought.
Why did the author need to include that scene if they're so against it?
They needed to explain what Chinese people are really like, according to them.
According to what people have said.
Oh my
According to
Lord.
what they've seen but not believe.
What their southern dad told them Chinese people are like.
My southern dad is people.
Meanwhile, Raimundo was looking at a soccer game that Chinese people were playing on a field. Raimundo, oh no, this can't be good.
Yeah.
What?
Raimundo, I never knew they played soccer in China. As soon as Raimundo spoke English, a bunch of people around him started to whisper to each other.
Oh no!
What the fuck?
2 Chinese people started speaking to Raimundo. Chinese teenage guy. Oh, soccer is our main sport. Chinese adult guy. We all like soccer.
Well, yeah, soccer's like the biggest sport of all.
The adult's son, who seemed to be a toddler, was staring and pointing at Raimundo. Toddler. Why go Ren? Means foreign dude in Chinese. In China, it's rude to point at foreigners. Raimundo. What's he saying? Chinese adult. Nothing. Kimiko is walking down Erlong Za Road while Master Feng is sitting on a bench near the crossroad of Erlong Za and Wan Quan He meditating upside down.
You can't just do that, man. Save that for the dojo.
Kimiko. Master Feng, have you seen dojo anywhere?
I'm busy.
Master Feng upside down. He will come to reveal the Shen Gong Wu when the time is right, Kimiko. Kimiko, alright. Kimiko kept walking down the street and saw people who sold unusual stuff such as sugarcane juice. Kimiko stopped at a stoplight and went to the other side of the street. There, she saw a bus stop and a bunch of kids got out of it. They were on a field trip. Kimiko. Excuse me. Kimiko walking through. Chinese kid. Oh, sorry, what's your name? Is your name Kimiko? Japanese! Chinese people, attack! The little Chinese kid started attacking Kimiko.
What the hell? Is there gonna be another author's note?
Not for a while.
What the fuck is the crossover?
Author's note, lol.
Lol, this is actually what I think.
The little Chinese kid started attacking Kimiko. Get away!
Japanese, 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 Japanese!
Kimiko started pushing away the attacking quote-unquote Chinese army. Kimiko. I'm sorry to do this, but woozy shooter! The kids all became goofy and Kimiko walked past them.
Became goofy?
It must be a special power.
I thought she fucking pulled out an Uzi.
Kimiko saw Raimundo and Clay, and they look uneasy. Raimundo. Why people are staring at us so much. Clay. I don't know why the hot dog lady thought I was stupid or something. Kimiko.
Oh, Clay.
Yeah, you guys are okay. 100 Chinese kids just attacked me. I wonder how Omi is doing.
Horribly.
2 Chinese people walked to them. They were going somewhere else, but Raimundo was in their way. Chinese man. I should say at this point that we don't read these in advance, though I guess Stephen did read some of it.
Yeah, Steven's a little...
I try to read, like, just enough to, like, just to know that it's okay. Like, I don't usually read, like, the whole, like, chapter or anything like that. I just read, like, the first paragraph at most. But in this particular one, I had two that I had to choose from, and I read a little bit ahead in each one to see, just to convince myself of one. And this one, it's insane. Oh my god, just wait.
I also tend to just skim them to make sure they're like legible and they actually go somewhere.
That too.
And also we read them verbatim, so if I'm messing up words, it's just me trying to comprehend the writing or read them in a way that is written. Because sometimes you want to like fix it by reading it just like a normal sentence, and you have to stop yourself and like say it as they wrote it instead.
We're actually making ourselves stupider for your entertainment, so be thankful. Smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
Kimiko is wondering how Omi is doing. Two Chinese people walked to them. They were going somewhere else, but Raimundo was in their way. Chinese man. Excuse me, little girl. Raimundo. Girl? Chinese man's son's teenager. You're a guy? You have long hair. The teenager started laughing. Raimundo. I don't have long hair. They already walked away. Kimiko. Your hair's not that long. Clay. Yeah, but I reckon in China, they cut their hair short.
Hold on, Clay.
Clay. I know they did you dirty, man, but you gotta pull back a bit.
Dojo, Omi, and Master Feng walked up to them. Raimundo. Any new Shen Gong Wu revealed? Dojo. No, I haven't sensed any yet. 3 Chinese kids came bicycling. It's just like infinite Chinese kid scenarios. Like, where is this going? 3 Chinese kids came bicycling. When they saw the Xiaolins, they stopped and walked towards Omi. Chinese kid 1. You know Kung Fu? Omi. Of course. Chinese kid 2. Wow. Chinese kid 3. Can you show us? Omi jumped up and flipped over in midair. Omi. Tornado strike! Water! The water hit a bunch of trees and they uprooted. Chinese kids all.
Oh my god.
Cool.
Uprooted the trees.
Omi. Finally, someone who admires me. Raimundo, if you train hard under me, then maybe you will become more powerful and people will admire you too. Raimundo. Of course, I would love to train under you. Omi. Really? Yes, we will. Kimiko. Sarcasm. Omi. Oh. The kids bicycled away and Dojo started shaking.
That structure works really well in a written format.
Yeah. Kimiko. What is it, Dojo? Dojo pulls out the scroll explaining the Shen Gong Wu.
Like, they got one.
The soot shooter. It shoots soot at people. My element.
Shit.
Fuck off. Fuck off,
The
Dojo. That's
element soot.
Yeah, you don't remember that gag?
What kind of power is that? Soot?
Well, there was like an episode, I actually remember this one, where he couldn't breathe fire proper, so he was just breathing a lot of like smoke and soot at them. And he's like, I guess I can be the dragon of fire, and he did Kimiko's thing, but she's like, sorry, that's taken. He goes, oh, well then in that case I'll be the dragon of soot, and they made his own little like cutscene thing for it, and there they all laughed. And then the episode ended.
It explains that exact same thing. It says, the soot shooter, it shoots soot at people, my element. The screen where Omi goes water or Kimiko goes fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In season 1 opened up and it showed Dojo and Dojo went soot and pathetic music played. Raimundo. Seems very useless, but there's nothing else, so... Dojo. Alright, let's go to New York.
Why do they need to go to China?
They were just in China. That's where Master Feng likes to go, I
They were
guess.
in Chinatown.
They were training. Hey, this chapter 2 of my second story on... Oh, I can't say the name. We'll just continue. In parentheses, the Xiaolin apprentices and Dojo are flying near New York. Dojo. I think we're in New York. I can't see through all the snow.
What?
Dojo flew towards the ground.
Looking at me.
Landed. It's like, are you supposed to be able to guess the fanfic from?
No, just listen to the story. It's okay.
Dojo. I think we're in New York. I can't see through all this snow. Dojo flew towards the ground, landed, and shrank again. Kimiko. How are we supposed to find this Shen Gong Wu in this blizzard? Raimundo: I'm guessing it's there. He pointed to a large glowing thing at the top of a skyscraper. The Shaolin apprentices got to the building and started climbing it. Dojo: Yeah, I think I'll take the elevator. When they Shaolin apprentices almost got to the top, they saw something that they wished they did not see. What do you think they're going to see?
Could be anything. Fuck, man.
Is undefeated already.
Jack Spicer, I don't know.
It's difficult to know with fucking Xiaolin Showdown, to be fair.
Jack Spicer. Jack Spicer, evil boy genius, has succeeded in getting to the Wu before you. It's supposed to be in his voice.
Yeah, he got the
Jack Spicer,
blower.
evil boy genius, has succeeded in getting to the Wu before you. Ha ha ha. Omi: Jack Spicer, be prepared to suffer a humiliating defeat. Omi: Orb of Tournami! Ice! A stream of ice came from the orb and flew towards Jack Spicer. Jack: Reversing mirror!
Tournami.
Yeah.
Later in the other show, it's called Orb of Torpedo. So in my head, they just combine the names.
Because it used to be Orb of Tsunami.
Yeah.
So we just call it Orb of Tournami.
The ice reflected off the mirror and hits Omi. Omi falls backwards, but he manages to cling on. It'd be really funny if it knocked him off the skyscraper and he had to climb all the way back up.
Like fucking Goku.
Raimundo: The reversing mirror? I thought we had that. Kimiko: Where did you get our Wu? Jack Spicer: Ha! I stole it from your temple. But then
Fair enough.
Yeah, okay. But then Chase Young stole it from me. I couldn't overpower Chase, but he agreed to give me back my little toys if I can get this Shen Gong Wu. Jack Spicer: Ha ha ha! Jack's helicopter thing extended from his shoulders and he flew back towards Chase's cave place. Clay: That no good, evil Spicer. Clay's so slow, it took him like the entire dialogue to get here.
He just now looked down at his hands and realized the Wu was gone.
My mirror. That no good.
He's like, wait, huh?
I stole it from your stupid idiot dojo while you stupid idiots were in stupid China. Stupid.
He looks down.
Is that Matt Spicer? Sorry, Jack Spicer.
Stop.
Hey, it's Matt Spicer, guys.
I've seen his videos. They're funny.
I don't like him very much.
I don't know if they're supposed to be funny.
Why does everybody thinks he's Fox Goodman? I don't know.
Why does he draw like that?
Kimiko: Why would Chase be interested in Shen Gong Wu? I thought he thought that they were just little toys. Fuck! Dojo arrived.
I thought that.
Boy, am I glad that he's in there now.
No.
I just remembered where's the Wu.
No spooks. I just remembered Shen Gong Wu. Oh, that would be rad if Shaggy was in a Xiaolin Showdown.
Please, oh yes.
Dojo arrives at the top of the elevator. The door opens and he steps out. Dojo: News, guys. The Shen Gong Wu wasn't the soot shooter. It was the serpent revealers. Dojo takes out a scroll.
What the fuck?
It reveals the location of the serpents of the east and the serpents of the west. 2 of the serpents in the east are good, and the other 2 in the west that are good. But
Wait. Hold on a minute.
That's not done. But the other 4 are Halen serpents. We better not let them revealed. The other 4? You said there were 4! Wait. No, it doesn't. It just... That sucked.
The 2 in the east are good, and the 2 in the west are good.
But the other 4 are Halen serpents.
But the other 4 are not. And also, you can see serpents, I guess.
Kimiko: But how can we defeat Chase Young when he has all the Shen Gong Wu? Omi: Chase Young will not use the Shen Gong Wu. Dojo started shaking. He's warping out of reality.
He's detecting another Shen Gong Wu.
Dojo, speaking of Shen Gong Wus, I sense one coming.
The soot shooter, it's real.
Raymundo, at first there were none at all. Now there are one every few hours. A black kid holding a basketball came out the stairs and onto the roof of the skyscraper. Omi. Jermaine!
That was his name, Jermaine.
Yeah.
Omi, hi. I've been training under my master. He's not evil. Now I'm a Shaolin apprentice. Omi. Yes, I am most surprised. But if you train with me, you may become a stronger warrior someday. But not as fast as me, of course. So wait. Never mind. Just kidding. Jermaine. Where are you guys going now? Omi. We are retrieving another Shen Gong Wu. Jermaine, you should come with us and become a Shaolin warrior at the Shaolin Temple. Jermaine.
How
I would
fucking
love to.
convenient is it that both of you have
That's
this
what-
episode picked and we just happen to watch My Homie
That's what
Only?
I was saying when
Yeah.
I turned to like this chapter and I saw the name. I was like, is this just gonna be that episode? Like, oh my god.
He says the same thing. Jermaine. I would love to, but New York is my home. Dojo. All right, everybody, hop on. The Shaolin apprentices hopped on Dojo. Why did he come up the staircases to the skyscraper and meet them if he's just going to say, no, I'm not leaving. Goodbye.
Just say, I don't know.
Say hi.
Say hi. To say he's got a new master who is...
Okay, then bye, Jermaine. Dojo started flying away. Jermaine. Bye, Omi. Dojo has flown
Well-
to another state. Wait, what?
Jermaine's gone.
How can he fly to another state? That
What do you mean?
the crossover was supposed to be New York related. They're gonna go back?
Sure, I don't care. I'm already checked out.
Omi. Dojo, are we there yet? I'm getting most cold. Dojo. Well, it's somewhere near Lake Michigan. Dojo flew towards the ground and they landed at a shore. Raymundo. Let's go search for this Shen Gong Wu. After 5 minutes or so, they saw a shiny thing at the top of a very tall rock. Kimiko. There it is, the Shen Gong Wu. Clay. This is my job. Clay goes up to the tall rock. Seismic kick. Earth. The whole rock came crumbling down and Clay grabbed the Shen Gong Wu. Everyone. Nice, Clay. Go, Clay.
Nice,
yeah,
Clay. Go, Clay. Yeah, Clay.
Whoa.
Omi. Yes, that is very good. But anyone notice something strange this time? Raymundo. I do. Kimiko. Because Jack Spicer didn't show up. Raymundo. No, not that. Clay. Oh yeah, it's because we never found out what the Shen Gong... Getting distracted. Oh yeah, it's because we never found out what the Shen Gong Wu did. What does it do? Dojo pulls out the Shen Gong Wu scroll. It says the Banana of Dazan. It allows people to communicate with each other over long distances. What? But isn't that just like a cell phone? Oh, come on. This one is a useless Shen Gong Wu. The Xiaolin apprentices walked disappointedly back to the dojo. Clay. Well, let's head back to the temple. Suddenly, a large serpent twice the size of Big Dojo rised out of the frozen lake waters with Chase Young, Wu Ye, and Jack Spicer all standing on it.
Oh no, it was a trap. In Michigan, of all places.
No.
Omi. Chase Young, what are you doing here? Have you come to defeat us with this serpent of yours? We are not afraid of large species of snakes. Chase Young. Hailing serpent of ice, attack! The serpent swayed its tail and all the Xiaolin apprentices were knocked down. The Xiaolin apprentices stood up again. Raymundo. Get ready to kick some serpent butt! Raymundo. Typhoon boom! Wind! The wind blew against the serpent and did not affect it at all. Then the serpent sprayed icy wind against Raymundo and he fell down. Omi. Tornado strike! Water! The water hit the dragon, backfired, and hit Omi. Clay. Third arm smash! Earth!
Third eye blind.
The sash hit the serpent, tied around it like a circle, and loosens. Then it backfired and hit Clay. Kimiko. Star of Hanabi! Fire! The fire from the star hit the dragon and the dragon falls down. Okay, it worked.
Nice.
Let's
Raymundo,
go.
Omi, Clay. Yeah, go Kimiko! Jack Spicer. No! The dragon suddenly jumped up and blew icy wind against all the Shaolin apprentices and they fell down. The three evil
Ooh.
people started laughing for a while. Chase Young stopped, but the others were still laughing. Chase, enough! Or maybe not. Chase Young, Jack Spicer, Wuya. Mwahahahahaha.
Fuck off, I hate this story.
Fuck,
It's written
okay.
like a maniac.
Okay, the crossover starts now.
Okay, thank God.
Finally.
Let's fucking
Go
go.
drink some liquid.
Some liquor.
Get the blast going. Blast processing.
My hard Mountain Dew, which is really dehydrating.
It'll get you through the moment.
Chris is in his bed. It is 1 a.m. on a school night. He stayed up late because he was doing a due next day project. Chris. Finally, sleep time. Suddenly, Malvo somehow got into the room. Ah! Malvo, how'd you get in here? Who is Malvo?
Is Everybody Hates Chris?
Yes, but
Yeah.
who is Malvo?
Isn't that his white friend
Is that
with the bad hair?
Trying to remember if
the
that's.
guy who voice acts Phineas from Phineas and Ferb?
I'll look it
You
up
know,
real quick.
when Jermaine was talking about his master, I was gonna jokingly say Chris Rock, but like grown up Chris Rock from like, I don't know what movie did Chris Rock in? Madagascar.
He's like an ex-convict.
Malvo is?
Yeah,
Oh.
this guy.
Oh, okay.
He looks cool.
Barely
He
remember it.
does. Oh, he's the guy who like sells shit out of the back of his car and tries to convince his dad into get rich quick schemes and stuff.
okay.
I remember now.
I watched like maybe one episode of Everybody Hates Chris.
I used to
I
watch
watched
it
a
a
lot.
lot.
I watched a lot of it, yeah. Malvo. I'll be there for that gold chain when you least expect it.
Oh no,
Chris. What are you gonna do, man? Come on. I'll give it to you tomorrow. Malvo. There is no tomorrow. Today was your deadline. Now you still don't have my gold chain. Malvo picked up a baseball bat and swung it at Chris.
Oh my god.
Ah!
I'll be there in your dreams.
Before the bat
Okay,
hits
when you
Chris, his
sleep.
alarm clock woke him up at 5:30. It was a dream.
Phew!
Thank God.
Ah!
Yeah, that's the. Oh my God, I remember this episode
He's
now.
gonna get a Shen Gong Wu at some point.
Rochelle was at Chris's door. Stop streaming and get up, boy. Chris, it's time for
Streaming.
Get off Twitch, boy.
Hey! You using up all the bandwidth in here?
That snuff in there? You get off of there, boy.
I don't
Stop
want you
screaming.
watching no anime titties. I don't care who they belong to.
I better not see hot tub streamers in the Switch history. Chris, it's time for school. Pick that dang yo-yo off the floor. Chris got up, brushed his teeth, and put on his lucky socks,
That yo-yo better be a Shen Gong Wu.
and went outside to the living room for breakfast. On the TV, strange things were being reported. TV. A UFO has been sighted in New York City and near Lake Michigan. It was described as a dragon, flying through the air. The witnesses were checked by their doctors and did not have hallucination problems. The dragon appeared to be green, with 3 to 5 people sitting on him. Julius. That's probably just made up. Rochelle. Time for you to go to school, Chris.
Steven, you should draw these characters in the Shaolin art style.
Okay, I will. I can probably stylize Chris Rock like that.
Chris got out of his chair, said goodbye to everyone, and left for school. He walked carefully down the stairs, and the lucky socks were actually lucky, and he did not fall. Chris took 2 buses, one black, one white. No one sits near him. In parentheses, racist.
What?
To school.
One white bus, one black bus.
Then he got off the bus
That's
and
really
started
weird.
walking towards school.
Mm.
He was just starting to walk when he saw a dragon in the air. He tried to ignore it, but the figure kept coming closer to him. The figure was coming closer and closer. He looked away and walked on. He forgot about it for a while. He was very close to the school. Somehow, it is very empty. Maybe he was late. No, he's actually pretty early today. He walked faster to the school to see what was going on. He suddenly remembered about the dragon and he looked up. Then suddenly, suddenly, a dragon with 4 or 5 people in robes on it landed about 5 feet from him. Chris. Ah! Yeah! Where did you come from?
What is happening?
A small and bald Chinese kid hopped off the dragon and walked up to Chris. Greetings, stranger. We're sorry to surprise you, but I think you're wearing our Shen Gong Wu. Please give it back.
The gold chain?
His lucky socks.
Oh.
Chris. Shen Gong Wu, what the heck? Is a Shen Gong Wu. Are you talking about my lucky socks? Omi. Shen Gong Wu are mystical weapons that Grandmaster Dashi uses against Wuya, the Highland Witch. Years
you were
ago.
in the middle of fighting an elemental. What happened?
You are wearing one of them. It is the socks of Guan Dojo.
Chris saw that the dragon who was once a huge turned to a 2.5 feet little dragon. The dragon, Dojo, he thought, pulled out a scroll. Dojo.
The socks of Guan allow the user maximum strength in kicking.
Chris.
Chris is gonna kick the shit out of them now.
No,
that he knows
man.
This.
I ain't giving you my lucky socks. I ain't no fool. A South American kid came up to Chris. Raimundo.
Hey, want to trade? We'll give you this.
Raimundo pulled out a pair of old gloves of his. Raimundo.
The gloves of Dashi. It allows users to be lucky when worn.
Chris. Yeah, this one is sure to work. I trade. Ryan and Chris traded their item. Chris.
Thanks.
Raimundo.
Oh, you are very welcome.
Omi.
I did not know Dashi wore gloves.
Clay quickly covered Omi's mouth. Chris. Bye. Xiaolin Ab.
Chris
Bye.
got fucking gypped.
I can't believe Chris got his socks stolen.
Master of Monks gonna
No,
be so
they
Now he's
traded.
gonna wear stupid gloves during class.
They're
Gonna
gonna
wear
say,
big
take
gloves.
those gloves off. But they give me strength.
Caruso's gonna beat the shit out of him.
Kimiko.
Nice, we got this one before, Chase.
Dojo.
By the way, nice plan tricking that kid with the fake Shen Gong Wu.
Right. Yeah. Omi.
What? As a Xiaolin warrior, we are not supposed to lie.
Clay. Well, we have to once in a while. Back with Chris. Chris reached the school's front doors, pulled on them. A sign on the door said pull, and they did not open. Suddenly, Chris saw Mrs. Morello. Mrs. Morello. Chris, the school is closed today. Chris. Okay. Chris walked down the steps in front of the school.
Okay.
He wasn't walking carefully because he thought the gloves were lucky. Suddenly, he fell and landed in a puddle. Chris rock in the background.
I gotta stop believing in superstitions.
Everybody hates Chris. Yeah.
Everybody hates Chris. Ah.
I'm so disoriented.
That went to like a number of places. Like Jesus Christ.
There are actually 4 more chapters
Yeah.
No.
in the adventures of Chris, but I feel like that's a fine stopping point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am just baffled. Like, they go to China just for fun. They make fun of Chinese people. And they go to New York and hang out with Jermaine. Then they end on a cliffhanger. And then all of a sudden, they go back to New York because Chris has socks that they want.
It's just like
You
a
know,
typical...
also, Everybody Hates Chris shows up in the story.
Is that thing fanfiction writers do where they just like write a story, it gets some views, and then they want to add another chapter, and they just write a chapter completely out of context for the same story?
I
Yes.
They're not connected.
I could see it happening.
I rate this story a disjointed thought.
I rate this Chris's father Julius getting really angry at Chris trading the Shen Gong Wu he bought.
I rate this story Julius watching Snuffy while his wife's away at work.
Where he's like at home with the gout foot watching Twitch.
Yeah, he's watching hot big titty VTubers.
I rate the story 1 failed educational trip to China.
Education.
Failed is right.
Yeah.
Not even Master Feng or whatever. I already forgot his name.
Master Feng.
Master Feng. Not even he could learn anything.
Clay had a bad experience and now China's ruined for him.
Clay knocked down a skyscraper, and then the Master Feng was like, "Don't worry, we'll fix it," and then they didn't.
They knocked down a skyscraper and got mad that Chinese people tried to swindle him. And he said, "You're all like this, aren't you?"
Knowing them Chinese.
He did say
I
that.
said, "Well, we have to leave now, Clay."
And Dodo said, Shen Gong Wu, this way! Come on, everybody, let's go! We gotta go right now! Before Master Feng has to actually clean up this building. Alright, Steven, take us home.
Alright.
Master Feng never cleaned up that building.
Never
His Shen Gong Wu was to lie. The Shen Gong Wu, the deceptive, dice.
Deceptive diaphragm.
Yeah.
Deceptive
His own
dice.
diaphragm.
He has like a pair of fuzzy dice around his neck.
As long as I wear these, I don't have to tell the truth.
You'll believe everything I say.
They're so powerful.
What do those fuzzy dice do, Master? Nothing.
You have to believe me.
And I'm not lying about that.
Are you questioning the dice of deception?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
And okay, note to self, inventing shitty Shen Gong Wu's great. Summer was just around the corner for Timmy Turner and his friends.
This is the other one I was gonna read. That's crazy.
go.
You guys are linking up today.
Out of all the like hundreds of stories we could have chose.
Mine was between the one I read and one where Jack Spicer was gonna fuck Krona from Soul Eater.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a really tough pick.
Mm.
God, I want to know what happens. Krona's hot, unidentified,
It's true, it's true.
whatever you want it to be.
The true definition of they them pussy. Let's see here. Woo. Woo. Summer
Yeah.
Surprisingly picked up.
Summer was just around the corner for Timmy Turner and his friends, who were eager to see school ending its day. I can't wait until summer finally arrives this year, said Timmy as he couldn't bear to watch the clock slowly tick to 3. I'm sure you're going to have a great summer this year, said Wanda, who was a pink eraser on his desk. Yeah, I bet
This
it's
is
gonna
like
be
the
great.
start to one of the movies, I think.
It does, yeah, I think I recognize it.
Was it the musical one?
I can't remember.
The
It
best
doesn't-
summer ever, or whatever.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I bet it's gonna be great, said Cosmo, who was a green pencil sitting next to Wanda. So when summer starts after 3, what do you want to do? Asked Wanda. Well, I was just gonna be lazy and play my new video game systems, replied Timmy. You might want to try some rigorous activity, Timmy. You know, so that you can probably impress Trixie Tang, suggested Wanda. You saying I ain't fit, Wanda?
You saying she won't like my gaming, Wanda? I am so fucking good at video games.
Man, Reddit was right about you people, I swear.
Pink hair.
Timmy, I think you should spend less time on Reddit this summer.
He's getting pink.
I wish you would shut up.
Do as you're told. I'm the miserable one here. You're here to help me.
I wish I could log into reddit.com even though I'm not 18. Timmy!
I wish the required age restriction was lowered.
I want to look at the R18 tabs right now.
I wish you would click the yes, I'm over 18 button for me.
She sighs. Oh, Timmy.
Timmy, I normally wouldn't suggest you do that yourself, but I'm sick of doing this for you.
Let me check the rules. What do the rules have to say about Reddit's TOS?
I wish the rules didn't exist.
Steven, that's the fucking shitty PS2 game. Do you want to sit down and play that, young man?
That's an actual thing?
Breaking the rules.
Oh,
He says, I wish there weren't any rules, and then they go to jail, or they go to court.
Oh, okay. I had
then-
no clue.
Yeah. That game sucks. Go to Cody's house right now and ask to play it. Cody's already got it on his PC.
Very well, very well.
George, soon you'll have my PC and you'll be able to emulate anything.
Hell
It's a
yeah.
terrifying power.
And stream it.
Yeah. On twitch.tv/swelltimegpool.
Can't wait to see you stream the Break Into Rules.
Hell
I
yeah.
really don't wanna.
You gotta gotta do a Nickelodeon month.
Damn.
You don't have to beat the game, just a new Nick game every day.
Cosmo said we should get a monkey like 6 times in a row before it recycled to any other voice line he had in the level. I was so mad. Cody turned off all the music and all the sound effects, so it was silent until Cosmo would occasionally say, "We should get a monkey."
What if you were watching Fairly Odd Parents and there's an episode where Timmy Turner goes, "I hate poof. I wish instead of having a baby you had a monkey."
I wish Poof was a monkey. I wish Abracatastrophe happened for real.
What if it's like that video where the orangutan grabs a little monkey for stealing his banana, but it's Timmy Turner?
I love that video. The little monkey tries to like steal his banana, so he just like grabs it and slams it into the ground, and the monkey shrieks.
For those of
The
you,
orangutan doesn't give a fuck. He's just like,
for those of you
I'll show it to you
listening,
later.
yeah, for those of you listening, look up orangutan banana stolen. The fucking orangutan is just sitting there all chill, and this little tiny marsupial walks up and takes a banana that's in his mouth that he's eating, and he very casually, very slowly reaches down, grabs it by the head, and pins it down. It's like shrieking. It's so fucking
I've
funny.
got an important story to tell you about that. We were in Colorado with some of our friends. Neither of you guys were there for whatever reason.
it's true, we're poor.
And it was like the second morning. We were all waking up, and I was like making pancakes for everyone. We were making food. And 2 of the guys were just watching monkey videos on full volume at the breakfast table on their phone.
It was Matthew and Cody.
And then Matthew wasn't there.
Oh.
And then Jason wakes up, and he comes out in the living room and just like looks down at me making pancakes and looks down at them watching screaming monkey videos on the phone. And then this like video comes on where a monkey gets thrown at a wall and screams. And then he goes, "Why do you guys watch those monkey videos? Why do you like them so much?" And they both just look up at him and smile and keep watching.
I gotta go to Cody's and watch some fucking monkey
It's just so funny. There was
That's
like
all they do.
it was like the break of dawn, and he comes out and like rubs his eyes and looks down to them watching screaming full volume monkey videos.
We have that. It's like that fucking trope where they play the peaceful waking up music with the sunrise coming up. And then he sees a monkey slam into the wall, and 2 guys laugh at it.
He's like, why do you like these so much? What are you doing? And I just like turn back to my cooking and don't say anything, and they just keep laughing. And he's just like, whatever, I'm going back to sleep.
How cool.
That's all.
I'm
What a good
scared
vacation.
about what terms they use to find that.
Monkey slammed into wall. Monkey destruction.
Twisting monkey's toe.
Keep reading.
All right.
We barely got anywhere.
Oh, come on. There's nothing that's gonna get me to do something as stupid as that, said Timmy.
True.
Based. As the bell's about to ring, Crocker is about to give out his usual dreaded assignment. "So, class," said Crocker.
I hate Crocker.
"Why do all the other people get the good souls?"
Fuck. Do not bring that up anymore.
I want to watch an episode with you guys.
I don't.
Of what?
The
new
Fairly Odd Parents reboot.
Fairly Odder.
Oh no.
With frontward facing Crocker.
And then live action characters.
Oh my god.
Cosmo has an X in that show.
She's okay. She ain't that bad.
Whenever you say that, that does not help me at all.
It's just the fact I needed to get out.
I can see that summer is just literally around the corner, and you are expected to do whatever rigorous activities to impress whoever you are trying to do, or just sit around being your lazy self.
That is a very Fairly Odd Parents type joke. Where
Yeah.
someone will say something and someone will also say the exact same thing.
Just drawing it out, yeah.
Mhm.
In order to make your lives more miserable than they already are, I'm going to give you my annual assignment. Before Crocker could even make his dreaded assignment for the class, a flyer from nowhere hits Crocker's face
This is
through the
definitely
window.
a reference to an episode or movie or something.
Mm. Crocker finally gasped as it was really a job ad to which Crocker could make even more money than he was already making.
When has Crocker ever cared about money?
Cigarette smoker, at last. Dip channel.
Mr. Crocker reviews dip on YouTube.
His voice and body would become even worse. His body's already destroyed.
He would really look like how they drew him in the live action show.
Children, in light of seeing this job ad for me, said Crocker, I'm going to quit teaching for good.
He's gonna go work at the fucking dojo.
He's gonna work at a little Debbie factory and make nothing.
He's gonna go teach Omi how to say get an F.
The Taco Bell is hiring for $15 an hour? I'm out of here.
Oh,
That's double what I make as a teacher.
Shen Gong Wu, eh? Well, how's this sound for size? F, a failure!
Shen Gong F.
The entire class then began to cheer out loud as Crocker left the scene as soon as the bell rang and the kids began flooding out of school. I wonder what sort of job offer that ad was for Crocker, said Wanda, who was a pink squirrel following Timmy home.
Doesn't matter.
I wish Crocker wouldn't get the job.
Oh my, that's horrible.
Yeah, then he would just get homework.
Oh yeah, true. He would still be his teacher. That would suck.
I wish Crocker would get a dangerous, life-threatening job.
You can't wish ill will upon people. It's in the rules.
It's not ill will. He's just moving the probability in the direction of
You're
ill
saying
will.
he's putting the puzzle pieces down?
Yeah.
He's plotting out his chess game?
He's breaking the rules, as it were.
I wish Crocker would only get 15 hours a week at his job, even though they promised him 40.
I wish minimum raise was lowered.
I'm a kid. It doesn't matter to me.
What do I care?
I wish house prices would go up and minimum wage would go down.
They think they're so miserable with their $8 an hour.
I wish half the world's gas reserves were gone.
No, that's like such a... What?
I wish
like to see the
Russia
number.
won.
I like to see the numbers get higher
No.
on the big screens.
I wish Joe Biden would make gas prices.
I wish Joe Biden did that. And all these stickers I printed out would be true.
That's what Crocker's new job is gonna be.
Sticker
and
placer.
I did that sticker with Mr. Crocker on it.
Yo, oh god, I gotta get on this shit.
Yeah, you do. It's your new job. Hentai artist is over. Sticker manufacturer is now.
Yeah, I've moved on to political parody stickers.
You're gonna be in the newspaper, making a.
Get arrested.
You're gonna be making weekly comics. Very funny political one-panel comics.
I'm a fucking bread tuber now. Oh my lord. Who cares, said Timmy, as long as I or anyone else doesn't have to see that nut job Crocker anymore. It's peachy for me. Yeah, go with it, said Cosmo, who was a green squirrel as well. As Timmy was enjoying his summer, Crocker had arrived at his strange mansion and entered the basement.
Enter the basement.
What the fuck?
That doesn't.
The mansion.
That's a little suspicious.
Crocker, be careful. I wish he would go to fucking a serial killer.
Okay. I wish he would go to a serial killer.
I don't want. Yeah. He certainly doesn't seem like the place for a job interview. But who am I to criticize? Asked Crocker. Is anybody here?
Oh, this is Jack Spicer's house.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Jack Spicer lives in his parents' basement. He's a rich kid.
Oh,
That's why he's got all the
yeah.
money to build robots.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot. I'm just about ready. You're just simply lazy,
He's
said a
gonna
woman's
fuck
voice.
Wuya.
Come on, show yourselves. I'm not afraid of you people, said Crocker.
I'm not afraid. I have my resume at the ready. It's pretty well fabricated.
I'm not afraid of a raise.
I'm not afraid of minimum wage. I'm a teacher.
I'm not afraid of seasonal hours. Suddenly, as the figures revealed themselves, a boy in some sort of techno-goth clothing appeared, along with some woman beside him.
Woo!
Are you here for the job interview? Asked the woman. Of course I am, replied Crocker. The name is Denzel Crocker. Ouya is the name, said the woman. And I am Jack Spicer, evil boy genius, replied the techno-goth boy.
He always opens with that. Evil boy genius.
Say, are those robots? Asked Crocker as he noticed the Jackbots doing various activities.
Playing Jackbox.
You noticed Jack playing Jackbox?
Is that Jackbox?
Jack and Wuya playing Jackbox on their smartphones.
I wish Crocker would lose at Jackbox.
I wish Mr. Crocker wasn't funny. I wish nobody thought Mr. Crocker was funny.
I think we should really take a tour of my lab, replied Jack as he placed his arm around Crocker. Right this way.
This old man.
Breaking his back. As Jack Spicer gave Crocker a tour of his lab, Crocker became quite interested in the Shen Gong Wu he was talking about. So let me get this straight, said Crocker. You're hiring me to find these Shen Gong Wu that are magical items?
He is a pro at magic.
True. He got a net that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got a problem with that? I wonder if I can certainly use some of these items to make it easier for me to catch very godparents, replied Crocker as he began his crazy rant. I don't know what the heck you're talking about with these fairy godparents, said Jack. Can you just clarify that with me?
They're much more powerful than any Shen Gong Wu. They're infinite Shen Gong Wus.
See, my boy, replied Crocker, these fairies are assigned to a child who is quite miserable and grant them every wish. Hire me as your partner, and all you Shen Gong Wu you have right here to capture a fairy, and then you can wish for whatever you want. You mean if I catch a fairy I can rule the world? Asked Jack. Why, certainly, replied Crocker. It would also suit your quest to gather these Shen Gong Wu you're trying to find as well. The scene then switches back to Timmy, who's playing video games in his house in his room.
He's playing Diablo 3 single player.
Oh.
Has his fucking hand brace and his fucking gamer mouse.
Mm-hmm.
As he was playing his video games, Wanda began shivering in the fishbowl as a fish. Say, Wanda, are you cold? Asked Cosmo with his usual cluelessness. No, you don't, replied Wanda as she continued to shiver.
Damn, Wanda.
Fuck you. My Crocker sense is tingling. Crocker is planning something quite bad. It has to do with these Shen Gong Wu. Very dangerous magical items.
Wanda, you can't just know that.
It's in the rules.
It's in the rules that she's wiretapped onto Mr. Crocker. She taped a wire to his back.
What the heck is a Gong Gong Goo? Asked Timmy as he stopped playing his video games.
As Timmy did some very insensitive gestures.
As Timmy rage quit.
Slammed his controller on the ground. Wanda, new one! Wish!
I wish my GSP was higher.
Timmy spikes his controller off the ground and breaks it and asks for a new one.
I wish this ESAM guy would lose his internet connection. So then I can beat him.
It's a very, very dangerous magical item, replied Wanda as she and Cosmo poofed out of the fishbowl into their human-like forms. And we can't poof one here to show you. The rules prohibits us from doing so. Well, if Crocker's going to certainly use these items as a threat, who can we call to help us? Asked Timmy. I think there's one person who might be able to help us, said Wanda as she and Cosmo used their wands and poofed Timmy's room what looked like a bald monk with some sort of spear weapon.
Of course.
Let's see here.
It's Master whatever. Master Mong. The monk.
The Master Monk.
What?
Gog.
Yeah.
Gog.com.
Grog.
Grog.
Where the heck am I? Asked the bald monk as he began to look around. This place is unfamiliar to me. Who's this guy? Asked Timmy to his fairies. He's Jackie Chan, replied Cosmo in his
No.
usual cluelessness. Oh no.
Jackie Chan.
Guan.
Oh, no, Cosmo's just being offensive.
He's clueless, it's okay. No, you don't, said Wanda. His name is Master Monk Guan.
He's gonna kill Crocker. He's gonna impale him with his spear.
Sword of killing.
That's my favorite Shen Gong Wu.
Gun of shooting. Who said that? Asked Master Monk Guan as he turned around and noticed the boy wearing a pink hat and also noticed the two fairies turning themselves into pink and green cats. How did you manage to make me come to this plane?
How did you manage to make me come?
Asked Master Guan. I'm Timmy Turner, replied Tim. That's not what I asked. I'm
Timmy does not give a shit.
I wish you already knew. I'm Timmy Turner, replied Timmy, and I used my two, fairy programs to bring you to this dimensional plane. Yeah.
What does he program?
What?
I'm leaving.
Take me
Put me
back.
back.
This is kidnapping.
Kidnapping.
Guan napping.
This grown man who's been around for a millennium.
He's terrified. He's never done. This has never happened before.
He's never been in such a modern house.
Let's see here. I see, said Master Monk Guan. For what reason do you want me to come here for? I need your help, replied Timmy. My teacher, Denzel Crocker, is determined to use the Shen Gong Wu to capture and use my fairy programs for evil purposes. I see your point, said Master Monk Guan. Then there is no time to waste. I need you to recruit 3 more people on your journey to stop him. When you're finished with your recruitment, we'll head to the Xiaolin Temple.
What do I have to recruit for you, Master Monk?
I recruited you! You don't make the rules!
I wish Monk Guan was missing part of his brain.
I wish Monk Guan would do what I say. Kill.
I wish I had the Shen Gong Wu.
I wish Monk Guam really wanted to kill Denzel Crocker,
Really wanted to.
and I wasn't strong enough to stop him.
I wish Monk Guan would go to this location, and that location was a sting house with Chris Hansen.
I wish Monk Guan would indiscriminately swing his sharp spear in Crocker's vicinity.
Monk of molesting.
Hey. He's a legend of all.
We were watching To Catch a Predator highlights earlier from Chills.
You watched Chill's top 15 predators.
Number
His
10.
favorite predators.
One of my favorite characters used to be Monk Guan.
The reason why I like this predator so much is he gets the job done.
He actually succeeded.
Chills. How do you know that?
He used that Shen Gong Wu I mentioned. Let's see here. Come on, you guys, said Timmy to his two fairy programs. We should recruit AJ Chester and, more importantly, Trixie Tang.
Yeah.
It's
More
going.
importantly,
Trixie Tang is useless. What the hell?
she has the element of money,
True, true.
but so does AJ. His dad's rich.
Oh, yeah, true, shit.
Timmy could just. Oh wait, no, he can't wish for money. Can
Yeah, no, you can't.
That's a rule.
That's part of the rules, buddy boy.
Yeah, if you. Oh, no, that was with the genie, that's right. The genie can do whatever he wants.
Should have wished for an omelet on a plate,
I love.
dumbass.
I love the genie so much.
He's Norm.
Yeah, Norm is great. I have a bad feeling about this, said Wanda as she and Cosmo proved Timmy and Master Mungwan to AJ's house. And that's the end of chapter 1.
Woo!
1 of 6.
Ah.
Some shit goes down.
Godly.
I'll put that 1 in a friggin' remember me pile because I am curious as to how Denzel Crocker uses this shit.
I like Guam. I'm glad he existed.
Same.
I rate that a r/Wuya Rule 34
I
out
wonder
of
if that's
10.
real.
r/Wuya.
Yeah.
I rate that Wuya's pay rate decreasing right after Crocker signs his name on the contract.
When I searched Wuya on Reddit, the first result was R Rule 34.
Yeah,
Let's see it.
boy.
I mean, this is unrelated. It's not
Oh.
even her, but it's just funny that's
No,
the
that's
first
her.
result.
Oh yeah, it is her. It's just
Oh, it's
her makeup isn't as
Is
standout.
it like a 3D model?
Is it? Let's see. I didn't give my rating, but
Rate it what you rate that photo.
I can't tell if she's drooling or if she has some bad stuff on her face, but
Nah, she's sleeping. That's drool.
I rate that
Oh yeah, true.
a realistic Rule 34 drawing of Wuya on Reddit, drawn by Timmy Turner.
She has like a cloud of, I guess, pubic hair or body blush on her pussy.
That's blush. Yeah,
It's very pronounced.
it is.
They're trying to draw your eye there.
Thank you, artist Azriel.
Go support them on Patreon. I'm sure they have one. And you know who
So
else you can support? Us, by watching our shows and listening to our podcast and following us on our social medias. In the next exciting episode, our fan fiction topic is going to be...
I do have it. I'm just trying to remember.
You just figured it out before we started recording.
I know. I had it written down and then I don't have the page open anymore. Hold on. Oh yeah, Undertale.
Whoa! Undertale 2, the sequel to Undertale.
Yes, more Undertale. It just keeps getting bigger.
I don't even
Hell yeah.
I don't even know if Deltarune was out when we recorded our first Undertale episode.
Yeah.
That's
But
fun.
there's lots of
That'll be
Undertale.
fun. That was a long ass time ago.
Oh yeah,
That'll be fun.
absolutely.
I hope we get some Deltarune in there. I guess
Oh,
that's
I
a
hope.
different game.
I'm sure it's all umbrella terms. I still haven't played chapter 2. Whoopsie.
Oh, you haven't?
Nope.
You should stream it. It's really funny.
Oh yeah, true. That'd be a good one.
Steven, are you looking at Rule 34?
Yeah, I was looking at bad old Rule 34 with bad shading.
Wait,
Looks good.
I can't tell what's going. Shut up and suck. Oh, that's Raymundo sucking Clay's penis.
At last.
I see. Good old drawn sex.
Someone drew like the Chainsaw Man dancing scene with Jack from Xiaolin Showdown.
There's a lot of content being streamed on both sides of me. I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here. So good night, everybody.
Okay,
Good
good
night,
night.
everybody.